Alright guys, welcome back. I just had a primer slide break on this RCBS Pro Chucker 7. I just changed it out. I'm actually getting so good at changing it out. What I actually have had to do, because it's happened so much, you can see all the different primer slides down in there. I've tried all sorts of different modifications. I've tried inserting a metal pin. That creates too much wear. I've tried using screws, which actually worked for about 200 rounds or so. But one of the things I've done lately is I found this reamer right here. And what I do is I find a large primer slide and I stick my thumb on the reamer exactly where this meets. So I'll slide it all the way down until it stops, mark it with my thumb, then take a small primer slide and I'll ream it to the perfect size, and then I taper it on the edges kind of like a chamfer, and then I use a small primer slide like I have installed currently, and it's been converted for large primers. So you can see I've got 2 shells already in there, 2 cases. This press works awesome, except for that stupid primer system. So this is one of those type of presses you have to press forward in order to engage the primer. So that one's already seated. Really smooth. You know, if it wasn't for the primer system, this press would be easily one of my favorites. Okay. In the last stage right here, I actually have blank because I have no real purpose for it. So I just use it as a space saver, and it just feeds it up into it one more time, up into the hole. Doesn't really matter. And I'll just finish out this round. And actually with 2 hands, I can actually go this fast. So you can see the little arm right there that indexes it. Excellent. So you can see these are all the ones I've just done probably in the last hour. Those are just a couple more, and I've got whole cases full of them. Works awesome, except for that priming system. Every once in a while it hiccups, and I'm running out of primer slides, so we'll see. But you can see right here, see how many bullets I've got left in my bullet feeder. This Hornady bullet feeder is much better than the RCBS system, which this is the RCBS system. It uses a plastic bullet crimp system. It crimps the bullet and holds it until the case comes up and releases it. The Hornady system is kind of like that. It uses 2 of those spring steel crimps. One of them holds onto it, and the one on top of it basically is just a pass through, and when it raises up, this one releases, but it presses together on the top one and it holds the top bullet. And then when you release the shell, the case, my bad, sorry, it drops the bullet down into the bottom unit, and when you feed the case up in, it starts the process all over again. You can see my lockout die right here. These things are awesome. It allows you to go really fast. It'll actually seize the whole press if you don't have the correct amount of powder. And while it's not an exact science, I figure it's good enough where I'm not going to get some squib loads I can go really fast, and I'm also watching this. So I watched this one, I watched this one, and I watched this one every couple of pulls. So that pretty much is the operation of the press. It's pretty simple. Hope you guys enjoy it. There's not too many videos out there on the RCBS Pro Chucker 7, so I figured I'd put one out there. I've got one of the first presses that came out on the market, and like I said, I've loaded several thousand rounds with it. Works awesome. Hope you guys enjoy. You can see this is the rest of my reloading setup. Got a stainless steel tumbler over there. I keep a small Husky box here, excellent value. That's where I keep my my heads all preloaded, ready to go. I can swap out calibers in just a matter of a couple minutes, really. So I keep all my tooling and all my gun cleaning supplies and other random parts, you know, maybe bullet feeder tubes, primer feeding tubes. You can see this is what the slides are supposed to look like. You see the finger on the side there that snaps off. Wonderful idea, huh? Yep, that's it. Should have included 20 of these with every press, you know, just in case. It's a consumable. It's gonna break. It's designed to break. I get it. Too bad it's the Achilles heel of the entire system, because the powder measure is almost exact. I get it within 0.1 of a grain with every pull. And that's with HS6. Now I've used other powders other than HS6. You can see some of my other powders down in there. I've used a whole bunch of different ones, just practicing different velocities, different pressures. Since I use 10 millimeter, I like to try and push it, you know, 1100 to maybe even 1200 feet per second. So this system here is very specific. It gets me exactly what I need, you know, very reliable rounds. The only thing I've had a problem with is a few of my primers, but other than that, it's nothing due to the press's fault. So hope you guys enjoy. It's a RCBS Pro Chucker 7.